What's up, people? Pizowell here, and today I want to talk to you about 2001's Children of the Living Dead, as requested by movie club member Steak Sauce over on my Patreon. Now, I don't know what I did to deserve this cruelty, Steak Sauce, but whatever it was, it must have been bad. Now, I first saw Children of the Living Dead many, many years ago. I actually remember renting it on VHS. I watched it, and then I swore that I would never repeat that mistake. And yet, here I am. Children of the Living Dead is supposed to be a direct sequel to Night of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead, even though they steered Return of the Living Dead in another direction so not to step on Night's toes. John Russo's original screenplay for Return of the Living Dead was very much his official sequel to Night of the Living Dead. However, Dan O'Bannon very smartly decided to take things in another direction. Children definitely has a Night of the Living Dead pedigree, with John Russo co-producing and Bill Hinsman, who played the graveyard zombie in Night. He also shot George Romero's The Crazies, serving as director of photography here. The film is also co-produced by Joseph Wolf, who produced Halloween 2 and 3, Hell Night, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Children also sports music composed by John Carpenter protege and frequent collaborator Alan Howarth. What I'm trying to get at here is that there were some veteran and talented people behind the making of Children of the Living Dead, and yet it is really bad. Really, 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 like, painfully bad. Children of the Living Dead focuses on you know what, who cares? All you need to know about this movie is that there are zombies shuffling around a small town in Pennsylvania doing what zombies do best, or at least what the very meager budget here would allow, which isn't much. Children of the Living Dead reportedly cost $500,000 to produce. My question here is, where did the other $480,000 go? I did some research into Children of the Living Dead before I started this review because I was stupefied by just how bad this movie was and figured that it had to have a colorful backstory. According to reports, the writer of the film, who I believe to be Joseph Wolf's daughter, was quite a dictator on the set. She refused any changes to her screenplay, even though virtually everyone was telling her that her screenplay had major issues. She also reportedly refused any suggestions when it came to casting the movie, instead insisting that all of her friends be cast in lead roles instead. But the ineptness doesn't stop with Ms. Wolf. Reportedly, the crew shot for 2 straight days without realizing that they had loaded the film into the camera backwards. And those days of shooting, 2 of the more expensive days of shooting, had to be scrapped. Tom Savini gets top billing here, but he's only in the film for about 15 minutes. He plays a badass zombie killer who meets his match at the hands of Abbott Hayes, a convicted killer who was murdered in prison and returned as a zombie, but not just any zombie, a master zombie. Why, you ask? I'm always taken aback when I'm watching a zombie movie in which people know that they're battling zombies, and yet they shoot them 3 or 4 times in the body before it dawns on them, oh, right, gotta shoot him in the head to kill him. I forgot. This is the case in Children of the Living Dead. At least 15 solid minutes of this film could have been mercifully cut if the characters had just gone for the old headshot instead of unloading in the zombies' bodies before it finally dawning on them, oh, that's right, where's my head? I gotta go for the headshot. Even when characters are implicitly reminded that only a headshot will do the job when zombie killing, there are so many ridiculous moments in this movie that just make absolutely no sense. For instance, if you saw a zombie standing in the middle of the road with ample room to drive around the zombie on either side, you would most likely gently decelerate and drive around the zombie, right? If you were in this movie, you would jerk the wheel into a very, very hard right turn about half a mile away from the zombie and drive your vehicle directly off of a cliff at what is obviously a completely different location. There's a ridiculous scene involving grave robbers in which one grave robber witnesses the other grave robber be attacked and killed by a zombie. Now, do you think this guy went straight to the police afterwards and reported this event? No, he just went home and never told a soul about it. And that's not the only time this happens in the movie. There's another sequence in which a guy witnesses his boss be attacked and eaten by a group of zombies. Now, what do you think this guy does? Do you think he goes and tells the police? You think he goes and calls in the National Guard? He goes back to his hotel room and smokes cigarettes. Then we have a showdown between humans and zombies in a diner parking lot. A very small looking diner parking lot. Now, I won't even go into the fact that this whole sequence is just so poorly shot and so poorly staged, because I was absolutely flabbergasted by the fact that there is a character throwing sticks of dynamite into the diner parking lot. The very small diner parking lot. The small diner parking lot full of not just zombies, but just as many people. This guy's friends, no less. And he's hurling sticks of dynamite into the fray. But even then, the large explosions created by the dynamite in this very small diner parking lot full of people and zombies doesn't affect anyone, living or undead. This movie is poorly edited. It jumps around all over the place, from a morning scene to a night scene to a midday scene to we jump forward 14 years in the future, then we jump forward a year from now. Like, what is going on? The movie is poorly written with dialogue like, avoid contact with their teeth, or let's be careful out there, or you'll join the ranks of the living dead. The acting is bad, but with dialogue like that, I can't blame the actors for their wooden performances here. And the actors, all of them just look really uncomfortable in this movie. The movie is poorly shot. Instead of actually buying lights to light the night sequences, they just shine flashlights in the actors' faces, or they reflect light onto the actors' faces from flashlights. Even the music from Alan Howarth is not good. You're probably thinking, but surely there's got to be some decent makeup effects or even some nice gore in this movie, right? No, the makeup effects are okay at best, and aside from a couple of bloody bites, there's no gore to be found here. I really can't think of a single positive thing to say about this movie. It's bad. It's really, really bad, and it should be avoided at all costs. Unless you've recently taken a severe blow to the head, in which case, nah, you'd probably still think it sucks. If you've seen Children of the Living Dead, bless your heart, I know your pain. If you've not seen Children of the Living Dead, keep it that way. Thank you for requesting that I review Children of the Living Dead steak sauce. I hope this act of cruelty is revisited upon you very soon. If you'd like to have a say in what movies I review on this channel, follow the link in the description or head over to patreon.com/pizowell and join the movie club today. If you've seen Children of the Living Dead, please let me know your thoughts on the film down in the comments section below. Can you come up with at least one positive thing to say about the movie down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A big thank you to all my awesome Patreon supporters. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and join me for monthly live streams and have a say in what movies I review on my channel. Patreon.com/pizowell or follow the link in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.